right, I'm gonna show you how to use a band for some glute strengthening, hip strengthening exercises. Tilt this down a little bit so you can see the ground better. You are going to put that band up an inch above your knees to start. And I want you to lay back on your back. Your feet should be just a little in front of your knees, but pretty much in line with your knees. From here, I want you to inhale, fill the belly as much as you can. As you exhale, get that stomach tight. Next, inhale, fill up the upper back, the lat area, and the sides of the rib cage. And when you get to the top of that breath, pull your legs up. So you're using that belly. As you exhale, all the way to the bottom, your stomach gets tight. Put the feet down, lift your hips. Hold. Inhale, lower. Lift the feet. Exhale, lower the feet. Push into the hips as you're exhaling all the way to the top, and lift those hips. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. I want you to do that 10 to 20 times, depending on how that feels. If you get to 10 and you think, oh, I'm already worn out, I'm feeling this, you're pushing out against those bands, and so the more you can push out, the more you'll feel the hips turn on. And if you get to that 10 reps and think, oh, that's too much, stop there. If you get to 10 reps and you think, I still got more in me, just go until you have no more left. So keep going. Once you get 20 reps or 10 reps, I'll have you turn onto your side, and you're going to keep your legs stacked. Pretend like you're up against a wall. Maybe you are up against a wall. Your feet, hips, and shoulders would all be touching that wall. Now, keeping your top hip forward, lift and lower the top knee. So your feet stay together. You're pushing against that band, and let's do a slight hold at the top, and then relax. Hold at the top, and relax. Again, 10 to 20 reps. Now, if you're only doing 10, I want you to do at least 2 rounds of everything. If you're doing 20, you can do 1 set, but it's best the more you can get in, so if you can do 2 to 3 sets, that's great. After you finish 10 to 20 of these clamshells, holding at the top after each one, so you're not just lifting and lowering, you're going to extend the legs, and you're going to push up and back. Now, this is level 1. If that feels easy, and you should be feeling the butt, so I'm going to go over a couple steps before I show you the more challenging version. I want you to think about this hip bone pushing away from the rib cage. So if I just lift from here, my stomach is working to lift. If I can extend my hip out, I'm going to create length in my side. And now as I lift and lower, I can't lift as high, not just because the band is keeping me down, but because physically I can't get it any higher because there's a stopping point drawn by my hip. Now I'm using my butt to lift as opposed to my stomach and my hip flexor. So push that hip bone away like you're driving the foot to the wall out in front of you. Now push, push, push. Lead with the heels so you have a slight turn. Lift and lower. It's easy to get into your low back here, so make sure your stomach stays tight. Push up, hold, bring it down. Again, 10 to 20 reps, depending on how that feels, 2 to 3 sets. Then you're going to come back onto your back, lift into bridge. I want you to hold here and just push out against that band on the exhale, hold, inhale, relax. Exhale, push out against that band, hold, inhale, relax, keeping the hips lifted the whole time. After you finish 10 to 20 reps of that, you'll turn to the other side for clamshells on the other side, and then straight leg. So I said I'd show you the more challenging version. To make that side lying abduction a little more challenging for the hips, same setup, so pushing my hip away, lift and lower, but now the band is around my feet. So it's against my ankles, and that means that my range of motion can get a little bit higher, still stopped by the hips, but now I'm creating more resistance into that butt. Lift and hold and relax. So once you finish 2 to 3 sets, you can keep that band around your feet, and I'm gonna have you do happy feet. So imagine a line running across your hips. You don't want that line to move. So if you were holding 2 glasses of beer or wine, whatever your favorite drink is, against those hips, you're trying to get from one end to the other without letting any spill. So you're gonna travel sideways. I'm not letting my hips move. I'm also not dragging my feet. So I'm lifting my feet without letting my hips go side to side. So stabilize, stomach is tight, hips tucked, butt back slightly, knees softly bent, and I'm traveling sideways without those hips shifting. This might seem easy in the beginning. It's really gonna turn on this whole side of the body. And then you go in the other direction to turn on the other side. As you travel, think about pushing into the foot that's pushing you off, the big toe and the heel to push you off. So you're using this outer leg to do the movement. Push, push, push. And I want you to do that for about 2 minutes. So maybe do 30 seconds and rest, and then go again for 4 rounds. Maybe if 20 seconds is good for you, do it as many for 20 seconds, and then rest as long as you need to. Come back into it until you get 2 minutes, whatever you can do. Good luck. Build that hip strength.